Hello, everyone. Welcome to our second Zoom thematic happy hour of August 5th, 2023. So first of all, I wanted to thank you for participating, and I hope this opportunity of 2 hours can become, a moment of exchange and practice of the English language. So thank you very much for your presence. And we're going to discuss today two topics that people have been talking about in society, at work, that is exactly about quiet quitting and relational intelligence. And the second one about ChatGPT and also generative AI that I think are important nowadays, technology, and what we are doing now with all these resources and how it is impacting our lives. Okay, so I'm going to pass the word first for your informal introductions. Okay, feel free to write here on the chat if you have any question or if there is any problem. Okay, and here we are. So who wants to start just introducing yourself and your company? Come on, let's go.
I start.
Can you?
Can
Okay,
I
then.
start? Okay.
Yeah, sure. Sure. Feel free.
Okay. Okay. Do you see only the slides?
Only the slides, yes. Feel free.
Okay. Good morning. At first, I'm sorry because I don't use Google Meet for presentation. And in my job, we use Teams. Então, then I was a little confused. But, vamos lá. My name is Daniela. It's my third presentation in happy hour. I'm 44 years old. That's it, my family. Gabriel and Guilherme are my sons. My kids, not kids. And
Not kids anymore.
Yes, and my wife is João.
My husband, João, né? You are João's wife, okay?
Yes, husband João, yes. Things I like very much to be with my family, a big family, go hiking and travel, simple travels. I like very much to be around how I say nature, natureza,
Nature, sure.
yes. And I like very much to be with my granddaughter Isabella. In the last happy hour, she was around me, and that's it. I love read to enfim. And I work in Itaú, at Itaú, many years. I'm a lawyer, but today I work in a sustainability department with topics about diversity, mobility, human rights, and that's it.
Okay, very nice, Dani. Okay, sustainability, institutional relations, né? And how long time? Since 2017, right?
In Itaú?
Yes, yes, in labor legal department until 2017. So since 2017, you've been in this area of sustainability.
Yes, but I'm in Itaú 26 years old.
What? 26 years.
Yes,
Okay, wow, it's a life.
yes.
Okay, 26 years, it's a life. Very good, very nice. Okay, Pamela, welcome, Pam.
Hello everyone. Sorry, my delay.
All right, that's okay. It's good that you are here with us. Okay. Okay, who is the next? I don't know if Maldaner or Maura. Maura later. Okay, Maura. Maura can introduce herself later. Okay, Maldaner, let's go.
Okay. Good morning. I didn't prepare a presentation from my my myself, but I will bring this information now. I'm Luis Maldaner. I'm IT manager at CBA. CBA is an aluminum company here in Brazil. I started here in CBA in 2016, 15, but in Votorantim, that is a company invested in CBA. I started in 2006, all the time in IT department. I'm married with Inês, and we have a son, Eduardo. He has 19 years. Nowadays, he started to the army service here in Sorocaba, and it's a new experience, but it's good. And he started in the university in IT engineering. It's not for influence for her father, but is decided this way. And I has 58 years old. I'm 58 years old, and I coming from south of Brazil. It's a city around Porto Alegre, and now I live here in Sorocaba 20 years. Sorocaba is 100 kilometers from São Paulo, because I like to live here. I started a project a long time here in Sorocaba, and when I moved to Sorocaba, I moved because I like a lot from Sorocaba. It's a big city, but has the country, the feeling of a small city, but it's big. But the day by the day a day is the day to day is only a small city. That is.
Okay, great. Very nice, Maldaner. Thank you. Okay, and then Pam, can you go?
Yeah. But just a comment. Maldaner is from South, and now we don't have more the accent from South, no? Now you are completely Paulista, no?
Yes, now, yes. I forgot the accent from south of Brazil.
And even speaking in English, né? Even speaking in English.
Yes. In January, the South people, when speaking English, there's a specific accent, and Maldaner don't have.
Doesn't have it. Okay. So go, Pam. I would like to share your slide. It's okay. I have your slide here with me, but if you want to share, that's all right. You have the 3 screens.
Let me.
Okay, so it's just the first.
I'm not an IT girl, and I prefer Teams than Zoom, but Flá helped me a lot with Zoom. So, okay, everyone. I'm Pamela. I'm living here in São Paulo, so near to you. And I'm a mom to Clara and Gabriela. Clara has seven years old, and Gabriela now is with 3. And the reason that I'm completely late here was my kids. So
organize everything.
Organize the moment, etc. Carlos here is my husband. It's impossible to see my mouse. But let me check.
Really? Sometimes it can.
I'm completely technological now.
Yes, the highlighter, very good.
Carlos is my husband, so this is Clara and Gabriela. And Clara and Gabriela is like a Tom and Jerry. Do you know the
Tom and Jerry? Yes.
The movie Tom and Jerry. Every single day is Tom and Jerry here. Today, I'm working as a Latin America Services Sales Operation at GE Healthcare. GE Healthcare is a company that provide a big system to a hospital, for example, MRI system, tomography, ultrasound, etc. So I love this marketing. I love the healthcare marketing. I have been working since 2006, and it is my experience is working healthcare market. In my day-to-day here, I love books, and when the kids allow, I read books, and my special books is Harry Potter. I know I don't have age to Harry Potter, but I love Harry Potter. I love Lord of the Rings, and I have one kids habits, because I love watch the same movie several times. So Indiana Jones, and I don't know the name in English, but Curtindo a Vida Doidado, I love this movie.
I don't know if Maura knows. Maura, sure. Don't know.
Yeah. And during my free time is in traffic jam, when I'm go to the office, I like to listen podcasts. And the podcast, generative. But Mamilos podcast was my perfect. Dani, do you know Mamilos? It's good, no?
Flavia, yes,
Flavia,
Daniela knows. Flavia, I don't know. I have to check.
Mamilos is great. Mamilos is great. And sometimes the podcast is emotive. So sometimes I arrived at the office crying. Oh God, so
it's too emotional.
Completely emotional. And Carlos and I love to travel, but I know with kids is a travel, a specific travel now. And coffee. We love coffee.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
very nice. Yeah. Great. I'm going, before I pass the word to Maura, so you can stop the sharing.
Where
yeah, but I will do.
I have a problem now.
I will do. Okay. I will put Francis. Francis is going to introduce himself, okay, via video. So technology, as he's not present. I know that Dani knows him. Of course, he works at CBA with Maldane, but in the law area. Pamela doesn't know him, but I'm going to share here his presentation, the first part of his presentation, okay? Just introducing himself. So here we go.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Francis, and despite looking like 25 years old, I'm actually 30 years old. I have been working at CBA since 2016 as legal manager, and my field in legal is tax.
Great. I'm going to, he's going to say something, and then I will stop.
Unfortunately, I can't participate in this happy hour with you. However, my purpose is talk about artificial intelligence and legal issues.
Okay, so then stop here. And then we continue from there, okay? So that's Francis. Okay, Maura, can you say something about you, my old friend?
Yeah, just a little bit. I think, like Daniela, I like hiking a lot everywhere I go. So like Pamela, I like traveling. I love traveling as well. What else? I love, Pamela, watching the same movies over and over again, because they are never the same. I am never the same, so I keep watching. And like Luis, I've been living in small and big cities, so I happen to have lived in the countryside and some rural areas of São Paulo, the state of São Paulo, because of these cultural opportunities, at the same time of a good quality of life. I think that's it. I am retired now, and I loved the theme of artificial intelligence. Once I I have a hard time to connect to Zoom, to use new apps. I have a hard time dealing with technology, and we are discussing artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
We are using artificial intelligence without even knowing, yes. So I think it's good to discuss, even to familiarize ourselves with this theme. So as I love languages, learning languages, I thank you very much for the invitation, because I really enjoy practicing.
Very nice, Maura. It's a pleasure to have you here with us. Pamela, I went to Jamboard. I don't know if you can see here on the chat, I think you got in later. Huh? So Daniela posted some questions. I put your questions in class that you said, I put there. Okay. As we are in a shorter group, in a smaller group, of course, we are going to have probably more time to discuss. So when I pass the word now to the first topic that is quite quitting, that Daniela is going to talk about, feel free to put your comments there on Jamboard. So there are the first two, the second and third slides are related to Pamela and Daniela's topics. And then the number 4 and 5, it's about Maldane and Francis. So instead of using here the chat of Zoom chat, it's nice if you could go and interact there. So feel free during your presentations to engage here the conversation, okay? Not only waiting for, you are going to have 10 to 15 minutes, each of you, to present, okay? So feel free now, and then I'm going to control the time. It's now 10:30, so 2:30 for me here in Portugal, but it is 10:30. So let's see if you can go, all the two of you, okay? So Dani also, try to see your slides, and I'm going to put here on the screen, I'm going to say, for example, 5 minutes to finish, okay? So I will raise my hands and do like this for you to
Our
conclude.
timekeeper.
Yeah, yeah, we will be the timekeeper. We have to, so, but we have this flexibility. The objective is to speak. I'm not going to correct here. It's feel free. Oh, if you have questions, if you have any problem with any word, please feel free. We have Maura here and me. Today we have two teachers here, right? So no problem. We can interact. So this is to be a friendly meeting, really a happy hour, okay? So talking about something meaningful. So don't be nervous, be calm, be at ease, okay? So we're going to start now. The floor is yours, Daniela. So quite quick.
Wow. Just one question. I don't know how to interact in this platform. There's a chat, or can
No,
I...
you can go to the left, you have the menu. And on the menu, you can see sometimes there is a square, that is the post-it note. Once you write it there, immediately the post-it note go to the page. Or you have the text, and you have the text and you can ask a question. So if you go through the pages, you're going to see that there are some questions. So Daniela's questions, by the way, let's before I pass to Dani, I'm going to show you. So can you see?
I can see.
Yes. So here is Dani's questions for the discussion. So you can think with these questions in your mind for us to open up the discussion later on. So quiet quitting is a new alert, or just another fad, another fashion. Quiet quitting, why did it become a Gen Z phenomenon? And then Daniela is going to explain. So do you think that remote work is a factor that can contribute to quiet quitting? I already put your questions here, okay, Pamela? Remember? Okay. But let's see, focus on Dani, and let's think about that, okay? So, great.
Okay.
Now go, Dani. Feel free.
It's okay?
It's okay, dear. Don't worry. Everything's fine.
Without my notes, okay?
Without your notes. No problem. Even if your notes come, no problem. No notes. Okay.
Okay. Well, before starting, it's important to say that I would share the presentation with Joanna. So part of this material was made by her, and the other part.
Yeah, just a parenthesis. So Joanna is Portuguese, but she had a baby, you know, so she was pregnant all this long time. She passed, she was not feeling well. So then she had to be admitted to hospital. I have a story behind, and then but she prepared the material, and then Daniela took advantage of some points, and then she's going to have the introduction of the topic. Okay, then got it.
Teacher, but the baby was born?
I
or
don't
not?
know, dear. I don't know. She was in hospital, but in fact, I don't know. I haven't asked her yet.
Ah,
But later I
okay.
will show her. Yeah, but she said, Flavia, I'm in hospital. It's not gonna be possible. Okay, what can you say? Then?
Okay.
Wish the best energies. Okay, to everybody. All right,
Yes.
go.
The talk that I choose to talk today is quite quick. I confess that I had never heard, I don't know,
Mhm.
about this phenomenon. So it was really cool to learn more about it. And the last, feel free to ask or not during the presentation. Vamos lá. When everything started, although it does not have a specific date, but this movement comes from younger generations, such as Z, and much during during the pandemic, COVID-19.
Mhm.
A little about the context. I read in an article the effects of the pandemic in this phenomenon. For example, a dates 25% increase in people with teacher. How I say ansiedade?
Anxiety.
Anxiety.
Anxiety. Uh-huh.
Anxiety and depression worldwide, according to a study ONU, and yes, about that period, and which in the period that the people stayed in home office more time.
Mhm.
And because the stress caused by the situation, the people need to prioritize it, well-being, prioritize well-being became a higher priority in people's life.
Mhm.
Is a little about the context when the people start talking about this phenomenon.
Mhm.
And when did the expression start to be spoken? A guy, Zaid, TikToker, he's a software engineer. He posted a video and during the pandemic, and he said that he learned about this quiet quitting.
Mhm.
And days later, he posted his video. The other TikTok, his name is Clayton Paris. He has more followers.
Mhm.
And the video viralizou.
Went viral. Went viral.
Went viral.
Viral.
Yes. And for this, after these videos, started many articles and news about quiet quitting, né? But what's quiet quitting? Despite the name, the term translated to silent resignation, the issue goes far beyond simple asking to leave the company in this way. It's not only about this. It's more. It's different. The silent resignation is a silent exit or silent resignation. For example, rated than quitting. It's about the practice of working only what is necessary for your role. It's as if the employee stopped engaging with their activities and even their career, just limiting themselves to their tasks with the job description, not doing more, never do more than is expected, for example. In short, quiet quitting is when employees do only what is necessary for their role and no longer put in the extra mile, extra effort they might otherwise have. What's caused quiet quitting? In the slides, there are many situations, but although is not on the slide, but in many news and articles, there is also the question of the relationship with the boss, with the how I say you chefe imediato.
The immediate boss. The immediate boss.
The immediate
the
boss.
direct boss.
Direct boss. The problem started with this question. When the employee does not feel supported by boss or feels that he doesn't receive adequate feedback, he can start to feel motivated. And the result are these are in the slide. Signs, basic, but in brief, don't go the extra mile. There is a complete disengage to do the activities day to day. And why I want to talk about quiet quitting when Flávia showed to me the topics, she would like discussion in happy hour. To discuss in the happy hour. This is my team. Only woman.
Your power. Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing, Pamela?
Amazing. And the most is from Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
And
É.
yes, yes. And I think cool I study about this phenomenon.
É.
Well, a maioria, né? The most.
Uhum.
Bem, recent article post, a recent article post-pandemic did by McKinsey shows that one in four Jay-Z the respondents reported feeling more emotionally distressed at nearly twice the levels by millennials and Gen X. These dates reveals how the mental health in these people of this group, Jay-Z, has been affected in this period and becomes a priority more than older people.
More than older people. Okay.
Yes. Consequences of quiet quitting in the company. Less engaged and consequently less productive teams, which means less profits, obviously. This is a problem because it's expensive and time consuming to change, to hire and to train new employees. It's bad for the company. And it's bad work to people
Demotivated, né, Dani?
demotivated. Yes, yes. Yeah, and I was thinking, is there how I say culpado?
A guilty person, né?
A guilty who is responsible for this situation? Employees, employers, both, or is of the life?
Can we ask
Enfim.
the participants here, Dani, what they think? If who
Yes.
is responsible for it? Like a very short answer, okay, guys, just to have an interaction here. Who is responsible?
Yes.
Employees, employers, both? How
It's a
do you
good
see?
question. It's a good question. It's a good question. But
From
my
my point of
opinion is
view,
both.
yeah, both of them.
Both,
It's
né?
both.
Yeah.
It's both. It's both.
Well, Dani,
Both.
I think it's the same, both.
both. Mhm. Yes.
Yes.
Can
Teacher,
you say, Pamela, for example, one reason why do you think both?
One, as a manager, you had a responsibility to read the sign, but read the sign remote is a challenge, first
Yes.
part. And as an employee, you should be mature to talk with your leader.
Mature.
Mature to talk with your leader. So what's happened? What it's not going well? So I believe it's both.
Yeah, Maldani, another point, Maldani.
I think the moment that we live now, before the pandemic, is a new moment because the principal point is we are working in hybrid situation, mode, yes, and in these cases of hybrid, we have moments that we are work alone in my house and in front of my computer. I didn't have more relationships with my colleagues, and in this situation, the principal point is the new employees that come in the company. That these new employees don't have the the correct relationship with the culture of the company, and created a new environment. If I stay now here in my office, in my apartment, I'm stay alone. I stay talking with you here, but it's not the relationship together here is cold. It's not. Is this? It's not the same when we stay together in the same room, in the same meeting, in the same when we have the personal relationship. That is,
Yeah,
for me, my
Pamela is
opinion.
gonna talk about that, right, Pam? In a minute, Pamela is gonna approach this in terms of relational intelligence. Good, well done. I will skip
but-
Maura for a moment, okay? Let's go back to Dani, and then you have 5 minutes. Do you think you can close, Dani, with 5 minutes? What do you
Yes.
think? All right, thank you.
Yes.
Go ahead. Thank you.
Mhm. Yes, I agree with him both. And is a little there are to know.
Some?
Não, eu queria falar assim que há formas de enxergar essa situação.
Okay. There are different ways. Different ways.
Yes, to see the situation. On the one hand, some people think it's a lazy people. No, passive aggression employers. But I believe muito, eu quero falar, em
Okay.
my self-responsabilidade.
É self-responsibility.
Self-responsibility.
Responsibility.
Is a situation that involve employees and employers, and both have responsibility. Is a new moment for the job, for the relations in the job, and is a complicated
process.
And what the company is doing to manage, né, the situation. In short, 3 things. Então, them redefining core job tasks. How? Such as participating in a project that gives visibility to more people in the company, learning the team all the time. Because when we was in the office, we changed, we virava pro lado.
Turn to the left, turn to the right.
To the left, and talk with the people. See, feeling the situation.
Feel the emotions there.
The emotion. Today, there isn't possible. It's very bad. To listen, feedbacks, conversations, one-to-one, but active listening. It's very difficult. The most people will know was in meeting all the day. We have time to listen to people. It is very bad, but it's challenging.
Okay.
And the 3, less hustle, more crafting, promote. For example, some employees may be driving by helping others. It's good to promote good feelings, feels.
Feelings.
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 And so they may be excited to take on extra tasks when there's pro-social component, for example. Others may be more motivated by public recognition, and so they may benefit more from focusing on citizenship activities. For example, in my team, they like very much with the organization. And in Itaú, how does Itaú work on this issue? The basic. There isn't a specific action for this, but the culture was renewed according to needs, and see for changes of these generations, more flexibility, and many teams working with agile models, and feedbacks service to improve the employee experience.
Okay.
That's it.
Very nice then. Okay, great. Very good. Any comments? Yes, it was great. Very good. Yeah, lots of info, né, guys? Very good. So do you have any comment? Maura, would you like to say anything? Because you didn't say before, I cut you. If you want to say anything. Did you know all about it? Have you discussed the quiet quitting with your students?
Yes, I did. Yes, I am impressed with the presentation. Very good. It covered the main topics. And I used to work for Banespa, Banco do Estado de São Paulo, before it was Santander. And I was a quiet quitter. The culture of the bank was okay. Yes, the culture was okay, but people, managers, and supervisors, they explored the employees, and just what we had to do is to be responsible for our own lives. So I was a quiet quitter, and I had the culture in favor of me, but there was all an environment of resistance and exploitation, So I love this topic. Congratulations, it was excellent presentation.
And Daniela, she didn't say, né, Dani, what you do to your team, né? You give extra time to them, né? Sometimes to link the holidays, né? And don't say anything, né?
Yes, yes, I do little things because it's difficult. I understand. I am the other generation, and I have a little
difficulty
to understand the generation Z, for example. Many times I think, it's me, but
but it's their way, né, Dani?
It isn't, and it is the reality now, and we need to lidar, to
deal with.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying.
Yeah, sometimes, but you're trying to do your best. Very nice. Congratulations, Dani. You improved your English a lot. Congrats. Very good. Trying to use the transitions. Very nice. Great. Okay. So then, Pam, it's your turn. So let's see what you can say about relational intelligence, like linking.
Before start relational intelligence, just one little comment. The quiet quitting, in my opinion, increases the leader responsibility. because now we are remote, no? As Dani said, our agenda is full with a lot of meeting. I don't know Itaú, but here in GE is in 30 minutes, I have one meeting. And for example, to take a coffee with a friend, I needed to set up a meeting to take a coffee. It's crazy, no? But with this agenda, we as a leader should to create a slot to read this sign, this employee sign. How are you? Are you feeling well? And I have a lot of people in my team that it's not okay, and it's not okay mentally.
And you're going to talk now about your team. So let's go, Pam. Let's go officially. Let's see. Yes, your time. So now it's
my
11
time now.
o'clock. Okay, good.
Okay, but where is my... Here, no.
Yeah, I know that Pam was more concise, né? So she was more concise. Sarah couldn't attend, né? Sarah is a Portuguese from another healthcare company, so she had problems also. Here in August, né, in Portugal, is vacation time. It's the long vacation, and then people have to dedicate to family, and then it's a mix. They tried, but then they said, Flavia, I'm not being. I said, okay, what can I do?
But it's hard.
Okay,
it's
let's go.
It's hard.
Go,
But
Pam.
before share my screen, just to think about the ask that
the questions.
The questions.
I'm going to show. I'm going to show. If you want, I'm going to show. Someone wrote here.
Me?
Who wrote in blue? You have to put your name. Who wrote here?
Sorry.
It was you, Pam.
Yes.
Pam asked the question. I'm going to share here for you, Daniela. Later, if we have another round, later Daniela can answer. Okay, Dani? So Pamela wrote to you how to notice the employee is not motivated, né, in remote mode. Então, how to notice that the employee is not motivated in remote mode. Okay. So, Daniela, you think about later, okay? And then these are Pam's questions. Would you like to read your questions again, Pam?
Yeah. So, what is most challenging when working in a hybrid mode? In a hybrid, no, part-time remote, part-time office. So, are companies prepared to work in a hybrid work? I believe in Brazil, we are not prepared. I don't know. Dani, I understand that you are a legal girl, no?
Yes, but
Yes.
Today I work in institutional relation with the community, society, governments,
minorities, né?
Minorities, yes, the nice topics. And
now, do you know if is there any legal policy,
area?
I don't know, legal area to regulate hybrid mode?
There is a law before the pandemic about they called teletrabalho.
Teletrabalho.
É o telecommuting. Telecommuting.
Yes, but don't eu queria falar que não regula a relação.
It's not regulated.
It doesn't regulate as it should, né? As it should.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a challenge here. As a institution, we are not prepared to work, but it's now is our reality. It's impossible no, it's not impossible, but it's hard to contract a new employee. If you said, oh, come on, you should be in the office every single day. The employee said, oh, come on, no, I would like a hybrid model, minimum. And that's it. Just to think. But when I'm talking about, I'm going to talk about relational intelligence. So first, I would like to share the concept because relational intelligence is the ability to leverage intrapersonal and intrapersonal and interpersonal skills to optimize the quality and the quantity of relationships. The way systemically, and how to create this systemically to be more easy in this relationship. And I had asked to Flá in this week, who was educated to work remotely? Who was educated to make a relationship remotely? So it's crazy. It's new for us. We are, as we are learning about the COVID virus, now we are learning how to live again, how to live in this reality. So with this, Flávia showed me one great article, and I'm talking to this article. And this article, share.
It's the green folder. Yeah, coming.
Okay, and this article, one second. And this article shows us some practices to work better in a hybrid mode, to live better in a hybrid mode. It's not specifically work, it's living, no? And if you want, here's a link that you can see the full article. But in this simple image, I would like to share you the main practice that, in my opinion, make totally sense to work in our day. So first of all, practice empathy. Empathy is a simple word, no? Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters. But it's not easy. It's not easy to practice empathy. As Dani said, when we are in the office, just to turn the face and you see what's happening with your colleague. Now, remote, I don't have idea how is my colleague. And sometimes we join in a meeting and we forgot to say, hello, are you okay? Are you feeling well? We forgot completely. We start, we have a problem and should to solve this. And the guy just received the information and, okay, I will do. But if the guy is not feeling well, this was the worst meeting, no? The worst meeting of the day. But practice empathy in a remote mode is hard. It's hard. I don't have the recipe. But this article bring us some ideas that I had reflection. I think it make completely sense, and I can practice this. For example, 1, prioritize face-to-face communication. I don't know how is the culture in CBA or Itaú, but he in G, open the camera is 50% of the people can open the camera. Sometimes I'm open the camera alone. I'm in a meeting with 10 people and I open the camera alone. But okay, it's part. But no, and I know, and we should respect, because sometimes the people is not prepared, it's not feeling well to open the camera, etc. But it's hard to read the sign without see the person. So open the camera for me is the most practice to help us to be empathetic, no, more empathetic. The second, the third practice is ensure the entire team is involved. Another big point, how to involve each other when we are working. Part of the team remote and part of the team in the office. It's crazy, no? I remember when we had started to return to the office, that we had some meetings that does not make sense. Part of the team is remote and part of the team is at the office. We open we use here a Teams that is is very similar to Zoom. We open the Teams in a big meeting, and it was impossible to communicate. The remote team didn't understand nothing. And the people that is inside of the room couldn't understand what the remote team is speaking. So the first golden rule that we decided is the meeting or is 100% presential, physically here at the office, or is remotely. Doesn't matter if you are in the office. Okay, you open the team, use your headset, and the call is completely remote. This is one part. Another part to ensure that the team is involved. Make asks if the team understands very well the mission. Ask if everyone is comfortable to move, because sometimes it's not a task, sometimes it's a mission, it's hard. So ask if the team, if the person is comfortable to move, to execute the task. So there's some tips here that is good to ensure that everyone is involved. Moving to another topic, flexibility. Flexibility, guys. Flexibility is the new word and the new golden rule for me, because I'm here in my house, working in my house.
São Paulo.
Sometimes São Paulo. And sometimes my kids ask me something. Mommy, I'm starving. And so it's important to support my kids. Or sometimes I'm here working and the doorbell ring. I need to ask. So it's important flexibility. It's completely important here. Another one, encourage collaboration. It's easy. It's not easy, but it's comfortable when we work remote to execute what is necessary. But think above, think away, think out of box is hard. It's not easy. But when the leadership encourage your team, the people start to bring more ideas, start to be more involved, start to create a sense of responsibility. So this is another practice, very practice. And moving to another one that for me, I remember when I heard it for me now, I had heard it in the first time before the pandemic. It's about trust. Trust is a hard concept, and trust is amazing. It's hard, but it's amazing concept, because when you start to believe that your colleague, that your employee, that your team is doing the best, your team will do the best. You will avoid micromanagement, because micromanagement is not how can I say, it's not good for the team, for the team, created the responsibility. Micromanagement is so hard. It's so hard.
And
So
Pam,
creating-
another point is that you are a Latam manager, right? So what countries do you deal with? Because you speak
I don't
Spanish.
Yeah. So I have team in Argentina, Colombia, Mexico, Puerto Rico. So I'm responsible for Latam. And it's crazy. Because there's the point of the culture that's hard. I don't know if you work with another culture, but we needed to learn how to work with another culture. For example, Mexico. Mexico, there's a word called the ahorita. Ahorita is like now. But ahorita, when they said ahorita, well, I'm started to cry because ahorita it's not working. Ahorita is like, okay, I will work once. But but when I started work at Mexico, ahorita, okay, it's just now, we will do, but it's not. We will do. It's crazy. So work with another culture, if you not apply the trust honestly as a leader, I will be completely crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Trust help us to get a good sanity mental,
Sanity.
And finally, use your emotional intelligence to resolve conflicts. And okay, again, I don't know, I don't have idea how is the culture of TAU or CBA, but here we encourage the conflict. It's not the conflict to fight each other, to say bad words. It's a conflict to challenge each other, So, guys, really, we needed to do it. What the reason? It's not possible execute something more smart. And when we start this kind of the discussion, sometimes there's people that is not feeling well or don't have good maturity, and the conflict starts to turn in a bad conflict, because each other starts to fight, not the outcome is not fight, is bring good ideas. And as a leader, we should use our emotional intelligence to, come on, okay, but what is the outcome of the meeting? The outcome of the meeting is execute these tasks or resolve this problem faster. How? What is our best? Okay, our best is, okay, is there anyone with a new idea, or we could bring any, I don't know, IT guy to support us or something like this. So as a leader, you should be more emotional intelligent to support the team.
And do you think, just a question, Pam, do you think you do that easily? Do you think even with Mexicans? No, sometimes
no. With Mexican tea, no. Mexican tea is a therapy. It's a therapy here. Really, no.
Because you traveled recently to Mexico to solve an issue there, right? And also to Argentina, to Colombia. Where did you go?
Colombia.
In a space of some months, you went there, yeah.
Yes. And unbelievable, because I had 2 times this year in Mexico, and the last one we decided a lot of important tasks to execute to improve our management. Okay, everyone, perfect. We should go ahead. I had my vacation time, and when I return, I'm doing the catch up with the team, and come on, and this. Oh, is this? Stop it. And this, the decision now is freezing. Oh, how is freezing? So it's crazy. They apply the Aurita for everything. It's crazy. It's crazy, it's crazy. But it's not easy in this point. As I said, as a leader, sometimes we are more alone, and we should I forgot we should to support with another leaders. There's a leaders community to support each other, you know. So come on, help me in this. I don't have today. I'm not with a patient. Help me this, and each other will support and equilibrate. No,
Balance.
balance, because it's impossible to be every single day with a high emotional intelligence in our mind.
Okay, Pam, very good.
Okay.
Great. Have you
So-
come to an end?
And the
To
end
conclude?
to conclude, but to conclude, it's not a conclusion, but it's a ask for you.
It's a question.
It's a question for here, for the team. Do you believe this makes sense? Are you applying it in CBA, in Itaú, in your life? And you would like to add any another practice that help me, help me.
Help everybody. No?
Exactly.
Okay, Maldana, Dani, say something. What do you think, Maldana?
I think that it's a good discussion. We are learning a lot of this time that we live, and during the pandemic, I need to learn a lot of this now situation, because I work with technology, and that was a big challenge in the beginning. To here in CBA, we put 1,000 people work at home, and we need to prepare our infrastructure to work with this kind of new situation. And the big challenge that we have now in this moment was the people didn't has the infrastructure at home. That was a big issue. The place that was not prepared, and we has the discussion in this situation that Pamela Brink, the small children, the children stay together in home, need to help too, the studying, practice together with the teacher remote in the same situation, and then that was not so easy to work. I think today we learn to work with this kind of technology, and in the last year I participated in an event in the United States from Gartner, and a woman presentation this kind of point of the Pamela Brink. The people don't work with the open camera, and she wrote a book. This kind of book, I don't know if you can see, is a digital body language.
Body
That is the point,
Interesting.
because we are leaders. We learn the body language when we stay together. How the people are participating in the meeting or in the work and so on. But when we stay in the hybrid or remote work, you don't see how I do now here. I can do any other things, and you don't see me, because it's a lot of people in the same meeting. I have in my team, I have around 100 people working in different cities in Brazil, and Friday we have a meeting, a remote meeting, when we put all the peoples in the same meeting. It's impossible to see all the people give the relationship, or can create the empathy directly with all the people. It's impossible. We have it in our teams different groups of people. Is the group is speak more, bring more information, participated, open the camera, but we have a other group is silence. You don't see what they do. We can
And sometimes they are
answer.
doing a double work, you know? They are
Yes,
here,
it's
but it's not here. It's working or
Yeah.
reading email.
yes, or answer an email, answer a chat in Teams, answer WhatsApp, and so
É um
that
multitask.
is not so. Yes, and that created the point that Danny Brink recently in the presentation. The people created the burnout because you are directly 24 hours in the day connected with the technology, with the Teams, with the email, with the WhatsApp, with you are, it's not more the same situation that we have in the past. I'm going to the office, I'm going to the plant, I started 8 o'clock in the morning, a.m., and go to home 5 p.m. And we have the beginning and the end of the work. When they started the pandemic and nowadays, we don't have more the situation, I have this time to work. We work a lot of time because the office is staying in our home. That is right. And this situation is a good, together with quiet quitting, is a good discussion that we have now. It's a big challenge that we have in our situation to a leader of a department or the companies. It's not so to simple to resolve this problem.
Danny?
No, it's a way without return. I don't know. In Itaú, for example, Pamela asked what the other companies are doing. We go to the bank one day in a week, and in 2024, we will be 2 days. The people are very, very
Upset.
Angry.
I know.
Angry.
angry. And
They didn't-
I think, caramba, we went 5 days before the pandemic. And now 1 day, the next year, 2 days, and the people don't like it. I think about the question, Pan, questions, in the day when we are in person in the bank, I try to do meetings with her to discussing ideas, projects, not only the batidão das atividades, but more macro discussions. It's very nice because the trust that you talk in the teams is more difficult, but face to face is more easy. And in the email that notes that people need to return to the bank, the CEO said open the video.
And that's it. It's like a must. It's a
Yes,
word.
because I think if we go at the department, we start at 9, we we are with working clothes. Why the people isn't okay to open the camera? I don't understand. It is the moment of the world. There are days and days because we are in the house, the children, the challenges of the life, the real life. But all the day, every day, I don't know. I don't know.
But it's okay. The kids appear in your camera. For me,
Super.
it's okay. It's okay. It's
Yes.
our real life. I remember
Yes.
once I had one meeting in my CEO, and it was a hard discussion. And I unfortunately I didn't see the time, and my kids was starving, and I was completely focused in the discussion. And my kids, you know, Barbie, the doll Barbie, and Clara put the Barbie in my face, and the camera is open. And then Clara, Mommy, I'm starving. And I said, nice, sorry, I need a break here. And another point, a bio break. A bio break. Come on. You should a time to go at the restroom. It's important.
I'm going to take this opportunity and ask Maldaner, sorry to interrupt, but we have just 30 minutes to go, and we have Maldaner's topic and also Francis on the video. We have 30 minutes. So I want to ask a question. If we wanted to have a bio break now of 3 minutes, or if we wanted to go ahead and let's, okay. What do you think?
3
I don't know
minutes.
if you need.
3 minutes.
3 minutes, okay, guys?
Yeah.
3 minutes,
Okay,
okay? Just
okay.
to
3
go to
minutes.
the toilet, okay, and return. You can shut the cameras and 3 minutes, okay?
Okay, okay.
See you. Bye. Hello. Hello there,
Hello, Flávia.
guy. Good. So would you like me to show the photos of the photo? No, sorry, the slide with the question. This is just to warm up people. Okay, Maldener. I know Francis had, I think, only 10 minutes. You know, his video is short.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I can present in 10 minutes. It's not a problem.
No, 15 minutes is all right. It's okay. It's all right. And then let's just wait Pamela to come back. Hi, Pam.
I'm here.
Ah, okay, very good. Okay, Pam, great presentation. Very nice, very good. Let's go. So later I will comment in
point.
general in class, né? Maldaner, now let's go to ChatGPT and generative
Yeah.
AI. Oh my gosh, let's understand this. Take your time.
Sure. Are you seeing?
Not yet. Ah, now it's okay.
Okay.
We can see.
What's happened here?
Okay, yeah, just the presentation mode. Great.
Okay. This kind of theme is very different that was present from Dani and Pamela, but all this technical presentation here is connect this theme that Pamela and Dani brings to us today. Generative AI is a new technology that we have nowadays, that is intelligence, artificial intelligence, and then I will bring, my propose here is to bring more information about this. I work with technology that I said in my presentation, personal presentation, and I like a lot of discussing about this. And principal generative AI is a technology that increase a lot our capacity to process more data. And I will bring to start this presentation. If you see in the past a long time, one person receive the quantity of information, normally 30 years. That is that was the time that the people receive information. If you compare today, we receive the same quantity of information in a single day. In one day, we receive the same quantity that the people received during 30 days, the 30 years. That bring the point that Pamela bring the situation. We were working in remote and we receive a lot of information during the day. We receive then it bring I'm the feeling that the people has. And generative AI is a form that we can work with a big quantity of information and process this quantity of information. I use here the presentation. I work together with Gartner, and Gartner is a American company that has a big quantity of people that started with research and they study these new technologies and give the vision of the future of the new technology, the new technologies, and how can we use that during the day, in the companies, and so on. And when we started to talking about generative AI, it's important to bring here this kind of let me put here the journey to generative AI, because we received the information. Nowadays we have the generative AI, but this kind of technology started in 2010 when the technologies guys put the natural language. When the natural language is the capacity of the machine learning about together with models, the internal that we can read, interpret the translation about a text or a picture. What is internal in this information, and then that evaluated to the conversational large language foundation models. In this moment, when the guys develop this kind of language, was the moment that ChatGPT started to the world. In this kind, I will bring the ChatGPT use internal in the capacity of data is around 365,000 of different data that use to learn and develop the quantity of the intelligence that the generative AI has. That is important because the human being is not possible when a person don't have the capacity to process a big quantity of information. You need to. I created an Excel. I created a data, but it's not possible that the person didn't have the capacity to process this information. The person has the capacity only to process a small quantity of information. Then the generative AI bring the capacity to process a big quantity of information and bring the result of the analysis. The other point here, the technology is new in the world, and 2% of CEOs discussing the GNA in their earning calls. That is important. The companies are started to discuss this new technology, and 1% of the CEOs deploying generative AI. Deploying is to applicate this kind of new technology internal. Here I bring a kind of examples of the companies. A different kind of companies are started to discuss internal, and we are talking a lot of this kind of new technology in day by day, but I don't know if we have the correct definition about generative AI. I will read here this definition. Generative AI refers to artificial intelligence techniques that learn a representation of artifacts from data and use it to generate brand new, completely original artifacts at scale that preserve a likeness to original data. And generative AI enables computers to generate brand new, completely original variations of content, including image, video, music, speech, and text. That is important to bring because it's a different kind of data that is possible to converge the result of the generative AI. It can improve or alter existing content, and it can create a new data elements and novel models of real-world objects, such as buildings, parts, drugs, and materials. I don't know if in the healthcare GE, are you using, Pamela, the generative AI, but isn't
in products, in MRI
products.
system, in MRI system, we already using the generative AI.
Remember
Yeah.
that MRI is magnetic resonance imaging. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, because that is the point. We will see in the other slides in the presentation use cases in different kind of industry, and then we can see in healthcare, in bank, and so we can use a lot of this. That is the future. The principle in case of created a new product. If you can see during the pandemic, one of the vaccine was created with artificial intelligence. That is, the technology accelerated a lot the possibility to create new products, new possibilities, and so on. That is important to have the artificial intelligence work together with the people. That we need to learn a new
Skill, né, Maldana? It is a new
challenge,
skill,
a new
né?
challenge,
Talent.
a new skill, and a
Challenge.
new challenge that we need to create it together. Here is another view about generative AI. That is the view of composable situation. One of them is the audiovisual, and then we can use 2D, 3D faces and bodies, drawings, photographs, and then we can use the image that we have. The other
Francis,
is the
né? Francis is going to show these. Né?
Yes, and then Francis will bring more information about the ethical use in this case of generative AI. Here is a big discussion about ethical because here is a machine. It's possible to create a variation about the same vision or the same definition. It's necessary to take care about this. The other is the programming and data assets that to training that data, tests and synthetic data code, and so that is I don't know if you see Samsung use the generative AI in case to put the program, the code of the one code to program it, put in generative AI, and this information put it public, and other the companies can use the same information. That was a big challenge that they have, because it's necessary to create an internal environment in the company, because it's not possible to create to put all the information public, because other companies and generative AI learn about this and can broke the competitive of the company. The other point is the natural language is about questions and answers. You can talking with generative ChatGPT. You can make a question and ChatGPT bring the answer, and you can continue the discussion, the conversation with the machine. The other point is designs, and then we can product designs, materials, 3D models, games words, and so. And the other point is the learning methods. That's about strategies and tactics. That is another point that you can use during the generative AI. Can help you when you use that. Here,
Maldana, just to interrupt, né? So we have 5 minutes, because then we have to. Do you think you can make it in 5 minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
But here I bring the use case, a general use case, and in this case of writing content, you can create a book, a slide, or a presentation, so on, question and answering, tone, text manipulation, and summarization offers shortened summarize the conversation. That is the point we are created an experience together with Microsoft, and then we will use during a meeting, a Teams meeting, and the ChatGPT pick the information during the meeting and created the schedule of we are discussing you are discussing these points, and that is the schedule from to work before the meeting and so on. And the other point is simplification, classification of content, chatbot performance improvement. That we can use that a lot. And here is a global companies use case by industry, retail, automotive, government. Here in case of healthcare provider, financial and bank, manufacturer, that is the point that I work, manufacturing principle, and pharma. And the business leaders expect AI to be the differentiation technology in the next 5 years, especially for the revenue generation and operation. That is the point. How can we use the generative AI to create a new capacity to create a revenue generation? And 39% of the business and IT leaders expect AI-related technologies to be especially important in the next 5 years. And I think it's important to discuss, and Francis will bring the point of ethical that is important to discuss more, because ChatGPT has a point here that is necessary to take care about this kind. Is factual in accuracies and importantly to true outputs that are wrong or on important details. And ChatGPT has the capacity to has hallucinations. When ChatGPT don't have the data in background to connect, ChatGPT has the capacity to create a hallucination in the answer, and then we can continue the conversation and take question to ChatGPT from how is the base the data that you use to give this answer, and then he created different kind of situation. And here we can, it's possible scenarios and trajectories for Gen8 to the next years. How is the market are talking about this? How can they possibilities to use that? And in CBA, the use case that we are using, in the first moment, we don't restrict the use. That is when you restrict the people created more capacity to learn or use, but we reinforce through compliance. Don't use the corporative email. Not use the data, internal data of CBA at CBA, but use information is public, and so on. And don't create data for research or created new scenarios and so on. And now we are started to create a environment, an internal environment together with Microsoft, and then we created scenarios and so on. But the principal point is how can the issues that we have with cybersecurity, that how can use this new technology. And this question we have in the application. And thank you for the attention.
Yeah, I know Modena brought lots of information, Modena, because
yes,
just a little.
Just a small question I would like to ask him. Have you had any experience with inaccuracies using ChatGPT in relation to your area, for example, technology? Have you had inaccuracies? Yeah, experience with that? Because I had a lot of experiences with inaccuracies in my area. So I kind of discuss with the chat GPT, oh, come on, wasn't it that? No, apologies. I'm sorry for the confusion. And then I go on, and I would like to know if you had experiences in relation to that.
I was discussing with ChatGPT any situation, and at the moment the ChatGPT brings information that was not so clear for me, and then I created a new question to ChatGPT, and how was the bring to me the information, the data that you use that in this situation, in this answer that you bring. And he brings a book, was not so, the book
Consistent.
not consistent, and don't bring the book don't has any kind of correlation that we was a discussion that was very different. And at the moment, and then the ChatGPT brings that was not the correct information. I have the information only to from 2021, and this is not so is not
Precise.
correct, and so yes, that is. But that I think that is I believe in ChatGPT in the future we will work.
Yeah. I felt collaborating, in fact.
Yes.
I felt like
yes,
collaborating. It's a beta,
yes.
they are just trying on. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just to finish our presentation, because Francis recorded, okay, and it is short, okay? So before we finish, I'd like to ask you a little 2 minutes, a little over 12, but it's not long. And I'd
Okay.
like to propose you to use a Jamboard in order to comment about our happy hour, okay? Because I don't want to extend this for so long. I know you have families and you have your appointments. Okay, so now I'm going to share Francis from the time that he stopped, and then take notes and think about. Okay, so Francis now.
Nowadays, AI has become a new tool, and you can see many ways to use it, such as equipment integration in a plant, solve every kind of problem, create images, music, and videos. And the AI can use the face or the voice of anyone, including people. For example, many times CBA receives labor claims, and it's so hard to find witnesses to using the lawsuits. In other words, there are more than 7,000 employees in CBA, and it's not easy to find employees that have worked in the same term and period together with the claimants. With AI help, I believe in the future could be possible CBA connects their SAP together AI, and with data crossing, AI will search co-workers that have worked at the same turn and period. As a result, CBA can use these employees to defend CBA's right in the labor claims as witness. Meanwhile, its use has become more common. The legal fields face a big challenge to regulate the AI use and impose its limits around the world. Given that, I'd like to share with you, with the group, some cases related to AIs and legal issues, and I will give some minutes to the group reflect about these cases. Let's start sharing my screen. Just a minute.
Okay.
The first case is about an attorney that uses AI as a support to sue an action against the air company in New York. This attorney has asked ChatGPT, one of the famous AI tool, some precedents to put in his issue petition. And after some days, the courts, New York court, notified the attorney that the precedent have brought were no existence. Surprised with that, the attorney has asked ChatGPT about the source of the precedent, and the answer was, I apologize for the confusion early. Consequently, the attorney is being sued by New York Court and Bar Association. But I would like to tease some questions about this case. In your opinion, who is responsible in this case? Just the lawyer? The OpenAI, which is the owner, sorry, sorry guys. OpenAI, which the owner of ChatGPT is liable for this case.
Mhm.
I give some minutes to the group to discuss this point because it's so interesting.
We don't have time, but you keep this in mind. And if you want to help Francis, you can put the answers on the Jamboard. Okay. So who is responsible? It's a lawyer, etc. I can share later on the presentation. So which is the owner? Who is liable for this case? So who is responsible?
And of course, I would like to watch the video after and check what is in your point of view about this case.
Great, Francis. Okay, you can go ahead, but I will stop the video and then people will discuss. Go ahead.
Okay.
Good.
The next case is about image rights from Hollywood actors. Last week, actors started a huge strike against movie studios in Hollywood. As I mentioned, the main strike's claim is how they will be paid for image rights used by AI. While 87% of actors earning less than $26 per year, $1,000 per year, Netflix is offering around $900,000 per year for a single AI product manager. It's crazy. In addition to better rates, the actors demand protection against their scanned likeness being manipulated by AI without adequate compensation for them. I give some minutes to the group to read the left test in my slide, because bring what the actors want. If you see, the movie studio propose to pay just a day of salary to use AI forever, the image from actors by AI forever. It's not, in my opinion, of course, fair to pay just a day of salary to the actors to use their images. So, in your view, what's the fair way to pay the actors to use their images?
Okay, so keep this question in mind and then, good point. Okay, let's see what the people will think about. Great, Francis.
I'm curious about that.
Yeah, we're going to show you later on the video.
The last case is about Volkswagen. Volkswagen has launched an advertising that puts Elis Regina, who died 40 years ago, and his daughter, Maria Rita, singing together. The advertising watchdog in Brazil, named Conar, has received many complaints about the Elis Regina image used in the video. Of course, I believe that Maria Rita has alloyed that. However, is there any ethical limit in AI use? Is it right to use AI to bring deceased people back to life? And how does this affect the people's mental health? Because it's not common you see dead people around between us nowadays. And the problem in the future with AI is become more common.
Great, guys. Great.
In conclusion, we are living a new world, and the law has a big challenge to regulate the AI and its use, and at the same time, protect the right of the people. I hope the group enjoyed the presentation, and I will watch the video about the discussion later. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Okay. So that's it. Okay. So just for us to finish and conclude. So I hope that you can have enjoyed. So if you have to give a little answer to Francis about one of these three cases, which one do you think is more complicated for you in relation to rights and how to use this technology? Maura, Dani, Luiz. Elis Regina,
So,
case.
right now, I just thought about paying copyrights. For example, it could be an idea to do the same way as we do with books and authors. Have at least a limited period of time, yes, and then become free. Yeah, it would be an idea to go just like we do already with books.
With books. It's midway, so like because it's completely crazy for actors, for example, to use the image to pay, for example, 90,000, 900,000.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah,
crazy.
it's crazy.
It's crazy. But so it's the law, so how the law should regulate this kind of thing. Daniela, do you think it's a problem to use Elis Regina image? So to use dead people all the time?
No, I don't understand this topic, but I confess, I was uncomfortable with the commercial. I think it's strange to think that after she's been dead a long time ago, Volkswagen with the and the family, all right, but Elis Regina find is a regular verb.
Found herself. What do you mean?
Found contra.
Fought, you mean fought in terms of fight?
Eu quero falar que ela era uma ativista contra a ditadura.
Okay. This Regina was an activist, an activist against dictatorship.
Dictatorship. And the Volkswagen was a company that had many episodes with episodes. And I think Elis Regina very hungry.
She's very angry in the spiritual world.
In the sky. How?
There is a conflict of interests, right? So a conflict of interest. Interesting point, Danielle.
But I don't know.
Okay.
Eu achei estranho.
Yeah,
No, maybe she is happy because the world evolved and Volkswagen evolved as well. Maybe she's happy. Okay. Not so much.
Okay, just to conclude, thank you, Dani. Pamela, what do you think? And then now Daniel finishes, okay? So I don't know if you could see these three cases. So which one was more complex? The lawyer that, used some precedents that from ChatGPT that was wrong, that was inaccurate, okay? And then the lawyer is being sued. So it's having a case, an action, let's say, against him, right? The situation of the actors in Hollywood,
No, the situation of the actors is ridiculous, no? It's ridiculous, a shame, Come on. This is
But it's a situation, they are
It's a
protesting.
situation. It's a situation. Hard times. And the point is how to regulate it. Is similar how to regulate our social media. It's complex, no? It's complex.
But more and more now we have to do now. And what do you have to say,
Exactly.
Maldonado, about this technology?
I think we need to have a caution in this case. Is this new technology? We can't put all the money in the same
Basket. Now we have the eggs in
basket.
the same
Yes,
basket.
yes.
That is this expression.
Yeah, you need to analyze better. I understand the point of view from Danny. In my case, I don't have problem with this, is because if the family give the authorization to use the image, I don't have problem, because it's not only from ChatGPT or the generative AI you can put the image, or at least you can put a video from long time.
That's what I would say.
She can take make a show or present a TV presentation. You can bring nowadays. It's the same view.
Yeah.
It's not only from generative AI, but it's a big challenge, a big discussion that we need to have. The companies take a caution about this. It's a new view and a new technology, and it has a big companies in the background are learning a lot with the information that we need to put in the discussion. But I believe in the future we can use a lot of it and facilitate our lives.
Okay, guys. So I'd like to thank you all for participation. Maura, you can give your impression. I don't know, it's the first time.
I loved the presentations. I learned a lot. It was very clarifying. Congratulations to your presentations. I really appreciated them.
Yeah, so Maura's words are my words. Okay, so thank you guys for participating and the hard work for you to prepare. I know your short time to do things, but I hope you enjoy it. And please give a little note to Francis there on Jamboard. Francis, congratulations on your presentation. I know that he's going to watch this later. And I hope you can participate next time. Okay, so all the best to you guys. So kisses.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye.
Thank you, team. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Danny,
Bye-bye.
bye. See you. Bye-bye, guys. See you.
Bye-bye.